want to do a quick breakdown of a couple of the divisions in the black belt division this year for the World Championships. Here's my perspective on this, guys. This year I think is one of the most stacked years. I've competed against a few of these guys. I've been obsessed with watching these guys over the years, so it's a really interesting year with a lot of young names coming up, and I think a lot of that, guys, is because of the internet. The internet is just spreading everything. Everybody has that website, those DVDs, those techniques out, and everything is spread out now, and you got good athletes everywhere, so it's pretty interesting because you're just seeing so many guys come out of Norway, Japan. It's not only Brazil. Of course, Brazil's dominating still, but you got a lot of good Americans. It's such an interesting year and so many team switches, and it's just going to be crazy, man. And so let's take a look at a couple of the divisions. I wanted to look at Rooster, medium heavy, middle, and super heavy. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're actually going to check out Rooster first. I think the reason why I want to look at Rooster, everybody's talking about this: Malfacine, Kaio, Musameshi, Shobumato. I mean, they're all on the same side, so you got all killers and a lot of interesting matchups here. The one I'm really looking forward to, obviously, right off the bat, we're going to have Malfacine versus Kaio. So both two vets, they've done this match many times. Kaio looks like he's really motivated lately, but Bruno, obviously in great shape from MMA. Although I do think MMA can kind of mess up your timing and a little bit of that preciseness. And what Kaio has is he's very precise because he's been training with Musameshi lately. Musameshi, I think, is probably the most technical guy we have in sport jiu-jitsu right now. So I'm actually going to go with Kaio in the upset here. Musameshi, I see him cruising, and then I see him having to close out with Kaio. I think Musameshi is the best grappler in this division. I think Musameshi is probably the most, pound for pound, the most technical jiu-jitsu fighter on the planet, although he doesn't have takedowns, but at that weight class you don't really need them. Other side of the bracket, obviously very talented grapplers here, especially these Japanese guys here at the bottom. The Japanese are really coming up through jiu-jitsu, but I don't see these guys really doing anything to the top side. All right? Anyways, let's move on. Really weird how they had that thing bracketed there. Let's go to middleweight. Middleweight, pretty interesting division here. JT Torres ended up going middleweight. I actually think this is a mistake, guys. I think middleweight's that division that's just so many guys here. Look, let's take a look at just big name guys. JT Torres, Ribamar, I guess I said that right, Ribamar, Jamie Canuto, Servio Tulio, Hugo Marks, Otavio Souza, Claudio Calasanz, DJ Jackson, Dante Leon, Gabriel Argis, Lane Gacker, and Marcus Tinoco. So, like I said, so many stacked guys, Canuto, but not that one standout, So JT Torres, I feel like a lightweight, honestly, with his wrestling, that may have been a little bit better of a decision. What I think is going to happen, one interesting matchup right here. I love one of my favorite first-round matchups, Max Lindblad versus Manuel Ribamar. This Lindblad guy, he's the guy, if you remember that Leandro Lowe video that BJJ Hacks put up years ago, one of the coolest jiu-jitsu videos on the internet where he's just going ham with Leandro Lowe. I love watching this guy. Follow him on Instagram, Max Lindblad. Great first-round matchup. What I think is going to happen out of this side of the bracket, Yago Souza, that's another interesting name there. I think it's a race between Otavio, who you can never count out, Canuto, and Isaac Behesi. All right, and I think Canuto is going to get the better of Otavio, But in the end, I'm picking Isaac Behense for this bracket. He's just too explosive. Let's go back to middle. That guy is just like so hard to get anything on because he's just short, explosive, stocky, knows what to do. Starts out strong. I'm picking Izaki. Other side of the bracket, Gabriel Arges, one of the most technical fighters. Dante Leon, that's going to be an interesting match. Potential Gabriel Arges versus Dante Leon. That's going to be some fireworks right there. Langacker, probably my favorite guy that I'm most obsessed with in all of jiu-jitsu right now. Straight up Viking, the Baron Bolos. What else do you have to say? Tinoco, one of the best lasso guards in the game. I'm going to go, it's tempting to go Langacker here. Gabriel Arges, Liera's looking really good this year. Just the way this is bracketed out, I'm really thinking, this is tough right here. I could see Liera upsetting Langacker. I could really see. Oh man, this is so tough right here. I could honestly see Liera coming through this. Finals, Liera versus Behense. I'm gonna go with Behense 2 in a row. Izaki Behense. That guy's a killer. Medium heavy and super heavy. Let's look at super heavy first. Tex Johnson, that dude will rip your foot off. Muhammad Ali, I can't wait to see that match. Muhammad versus Tex. I love Muhammad, like one of the coolest personalities in jiu-jitsu. His YouTube channel's dope. Definitely subscribe to him. Gutenberg is my dark horse for this and the absolute. I love how he's starting to do Berimbolo now. Tanner Rice. Marigali. Who's more on fire than him? Felipe Andrew, once again. These divisions are just insane. Let's go. It's obviously going to be Andrew versus Marigali. Over here. Gutenberg versus Ali. Gutenberg versus Marigali. Gonna have to go with Marigali there. Marigali for super heavy. All right, and finally, let's look at the division I compete in, the one I think is like just probably the most stacked it's ever been, medium heavy. This is a race between Mateus Diniz, Lucas Barboza, the number 1 pound-for-pound black belt this year. Felipe Pena, a lot of people would say number 1 pound-for-pound if he competed more. Well, as much as Barboza. Gustavo Batista. And another name I'm going to throw in here, Murilo Santana. I think he's always a dark horse. They say that guy in the gym kills everybody. So going a little hearsay there, but I think Murilo's got he's always a dark horse. Another interesting first-round matchup, one I'm excited about, Devontae Johnson versus Tarsus Humphreys, old school versus new school. I think both of these guys can cause a lot of people problems in this tournament. I could see one of these guys potentially upsetting Mateus Diniz, but it's going to be hard to stop Barboza. Man, that dude's just not a guy you want to roll with. Over here, Felipe Pena, it'll be interesting to see him at medium heavy. He usually goes heavier than that, but I think Felipe Pena has one of the smartest games in all of jiu-jitsu. So it looks like we're going to have Pena versus Barboza. Oh, man, that may be the fight of the tournament right there. So wait for my predictions on that. Then over here on this side, let's see, Batista on fire lately. But he's going to have a hard match versus Murillo. Man, I'm going to actually pick Murillo for the upset here. All right, so I'm going to pick Murillo on this side. And we got Hudson Mateos. Man, absolute savage. I think Mateos, he's going to have a hard match with Cardozo, but I think he gets by. I'm going to go with Hudson Mateos versus Lucas Barboza, Felipe Pena. I'm gonna have to go with I had to go with I gotta go with my boy Felipe on this. Alright, I'm going with the heart. Come on, Felipe, don't disappoint me. Final, Felipe Pena versus Hudson Mateos. I'm gonna pick Hudson Mateos. Alright, but like I said, match of the tournament, probably Barboza versus Felipe. Guys, one of the most stacked tournaments of all time. A lot of interesting storylines. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait for this sport to be on a higher profile. Flow Grappling, let's put it out for free, man. I mean, I'm all with the paid site and everything, but let's put out the Worlds for free. Give it back to the community. Grow this sport. And, can't wait to watch, guys. It's going to be really exciting. Anyways, os.